I am Mr. A.S. Patil, Assistant Professor at Walchand College of Engineering, Sangli, in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. I welcome you all to this guest lecture on recent trends in air conditioning by Mr. Suhas Deshpande.
Hello.
He is the Director and Principal Consultant at S.D. Deshpande Consulting Engineers, Pune. So I will briefly read his resume. He is the Walton alumnus of 1978 batch, BE Mechanical. Then he completed his MTech from IIT Bombay with Heat, Power and Refrigeration Engineering as specialization in 1980. A professional summary. He has 38 plus years experience in the field of heating, ventilation, air conditioning and refrigeration. Initially, for 16 years, he worked as project manager in reputed domestic and multinational companies like Kirloskar Pneumatics Limited Pune on national projects and Voltas International Limited Mumbai on international projects. Since 1996, he is working as HVAC and refrigeration consultant for ventilation, refrigeration, cold storage and energy audit. Also, he has been a visiting professor for postgraduate courses for various engineering colleges in Maharashtra like COEP, NICMAR, MCOE. He was awarded Ashray Fellow Award at Orlando, Florida, US in 2016. He was president of Ashray Western India chapter from 2010 to 2011. He was president of Ishray Pune chapter from 2005 to 2006. His areas of interest include energy audit and conservation, mechanical, electrical and plumbing, refrigeration, air conditioning, smart control systems for RAC systems, economics, etc. Now, he has worked over more than 40 projects in various industries. So, this is the brief resume of Mr. S.D. Deshpande. Now, with this introduction, I request Mr. S.D. Deshpande to start his presentation.
Good morning, everybody here. First of all, I thank you, Walchand College of Engineering, Director Sir, Deputy Director Sir, Head of Department Sir, both the coordinating professors, including Professor Ankush Patil Sir, for organizing this lecture or guest lecture on presentation on recent trends in air conditioning. I am very proud to be a past student of Walchand Engineering College. I graduated in 1978. All my 4 years from 1974 to 78, it was very enjoyable. Too much involvement in each and every aspects and many other departments in first year also. We connected with the first year and second year other departments also, like electrical and others, to civil also. So it was a very marvelous journey during Walchand College, our studentships. And this is my mother institute. I'm very proud of that for lifetime. As students, you have taken the best subject in the world, that is air conditioning. So, as the name suggests, we are conditioning something, and that is the air. First of all, one has to understand we are not seeing what we are doing. We can't see the air. Like there is electrical branch, we can't see the electrical, but still the electricity is there. We feel the effects. We control that by the buttons. We start the fan, we switch on the tube light, we switch off the tube light. Similarly, air conditioning is to be felt. It is by feeling. The air is cool, the air is warm, the air is humid. the air is having very dry, air is having air has coming with the sound, air has got some smell, odor, and all that. So we feel, still we learn and control everything like electricity. So there is lot of resemblance. Similarly, heat, can you see? Heat we can't see, but heat we feel. We can measure with the thermometer. Similarly, air conditioning or cooling. Cooling is a different negative. Cool is a negative heat. We are taking hotness or heat out of the enclosed environment or room. So this is air conditioning. The mother of this air conditioning is naturally a refrigeration or cooling. From our childhood, we are seeing refrigeration, refrigerator in house. So both the branches, whether refrigeration or air conditioning, they enter with our first, you can say, breath. In the very beginning, air conditioning, refrigeration is life, and it exists till our departure from this heaven, to heaven, or departure from this world, departure to heaven. So it is integral part. You take any of the field of the life, refrigeration, air conditioning is there. You can't see anything. In the childhood, you have seen first equipment with the watch. It is seen is a refrigerator in the house, because each kid, when we are kid, we see the milk taking, mother taking milk, taking from the fruits, vegetables, many things from the refrigerator or freeze. So this is our entry. And while going, there is a mortuary or there is ICU. Everything is air conditioning. You take any part of the or field of the life, there is air conditioning. So I think your professors have taught all these chapters to you, and no much effort on further from my side on that. So this is when we see the various researches or innovations in the last century, or 20th century or 21st century. It is the first is naturally a computer. Computer is the number one and the best innovation in our research or scientific. You can see basically given, what is given by the science or technology of the world is a computer or PC, personal computer. So this was a survey done in US, which are the best 10 innovations of the last century. So first is naturally PC, and I'm very proud. Second is our AC, air conditioning, worldwide. So it is integral part of this. Some 40-50 years when we learned in 80s, it was the costliest affair. Air conditioner was a costly affair. One window AC of 1 ton was costing about rupees 1 lakh. It was not easily affordable to common man. But with the technology infusion, energy efficiencies, and mass productions, prices have slashed to the 1/5. Now, air conditioner is available around 20 to 25,000 rupees per ton, and this is affordable also to each and everything, and has become a common need. Earlier, it was only government projects. Now we see many private projects are also coming. So this is about that. But you know, basically the way things are, many things, they are donors to the many equipment give something to us, or they reduce the work. This, whereas air conditioning or automobile, they require something from the society, the civilization, and it is at some penalty or it is at some price. They are, whether it is a vehicle, two-wheeler, four-wheeler, aeroplane, railway, bus, anything, or ship, it requires a fuel. And whereas air conditioning requires electricity. or some other kind of a heat to drive that. So that's why we have learned various types of refrigeration like vapor compression system, absorption refrigeration system, adsorption, and there are 7 8 total, which you are aware of. I think these are MTech students, sir, na? Ankush Patil, sir? These are
Yes,
MTech
sir.
students?
All
Yeah,
students are there.
yeah. So I presume that you have got some background of the syllabus and you have learned things or you will be learning. So in this year, electricity is a prime mover. Unless in a vapor compression system we provide electricity, it is not possible to produce cooling. Now, as everybody know, vapor compression system has got 4 components like compressor, condenser, expansion device, and evaporator. So I put question to students. Everybody should give me answer. Where exactly does cooling effect or refrigeration is created? At the which part? This is a question to you, and you can give answer leisurely after studying your books again. This is a confusing question. Many people doesn't know where refrigeration is generated in the refrigerator or our vapor compression system. And as electricity is much required here, now many high-rise buildings do require electricity, this refrigeration, and it is found that about 50 to 60% power is taken by the air conditioning system. So it is very, very penalizing or shock to the owners, electricity bills. Then to nation also, we are wasting so much things. It is not actually wasting, we are using, but how to use this efficiently is a major challenge. Now, if we see the technology wise, the basic refrigeration, air conditioning, that vapor absorption cycle, there are 4 components, and each component we can improve the efficiency. Say, compressor, we can improve the best materials, best efficiency, best performance. Then we can reduce the suction temperature, discharge temperature. This way it can be done. Walls can be improved, piping can be improved. In condenser, we can improve heat transfer coefficients, tube sizing, heat exchange materials and methods. That way, efficiency. Similarly, in the expansion device or throttling device, this can be done. And equally, evaporator being a heat exchanger, same principle what we used in a condenser can be used. So we can technologically we have done. Now after doing technologically things also, there is a lot of scope for electricity or power saving. So it is observed that one what we were earlier doing, only each component wise we were saving the or thinking to increase the efficiency or to some processes. The recent trend is consider as an entire system, consider not as an air conditioner, consider everything as an air conditioning system, as a project as a whole, building as a whole, and how it performs. And then there is a lot of scope for control technology. So this is a big gift by our other parallel branch or brother branch, electronics. Initially, everybody knows civil engineers come from 150 years or 200 years back when engineering college started. Last maybe about 100 years, mechanical engineers has come. So a lot of mechanical devices like locomotive, cars, factories, machines, air conditioners, power plants, boilers, These are giving, and this has got mechanical moving parts. Now, to improve all this, electrical branch has come. We know about 30% of the air conditioning plants or air conditioning projects require 30, about 30% of the electrical devices like electric motor, maybe generators, and transformers, capacitors, all electrical wiring, cables, control panels, and all that. So this is about a interest system. In that, to further improve upon the performance of the project, we require electronic controllers. So any device you elect as air conditioner one purchases, there is an electronic controller. If you take 1 ton split AC, 1 ton window AC, there is a kind of a controller with the electronic PCB circuit to devise the basically this is or basic function is to adjust or to control the delivery temperature, that room temperature should, how much should be controlled as per our setting. Normally we keep around 24 degrees as a comfort temperature, possibly that is standard, but the zone is 19 degrees, comfort zone is 19 degrees centigrade to now 26 degrees centigrade, and humidity levels are 30% to 70%. So in that, these controllers do work. Now, if we go for a small system up to 5 tons also, similar things do work. It is called a split AC. If you go little bigger things, it is called package units. It can run into basic unit can be 5 tons to 15, 16 tons, and then we can use in the multiples of that. This can go up to 100 plus 100 tons. Further, we can have bigger projects also, and we can employ many things. In this usage, we know the compressors are used, various compressors. Basically, we are using rotary, then reciprocating, hermetic, centrifugal, and screw. And all we have learned 5 types. So as per the capacity ranges, these do change. Screw compressor also give basically comfortable and efficient and assured performance. But normally its performance is linked to the its power consumption is linked to direct to the basically its capacity, and other devices can be induced and that can be changed on the partial load conditions. Centrifugal works above, best works about 200 tons, and their control theories are different. Now today what I am specializing or giving focus, one of the best way for the in the recent trends is a electronic controller for a bigger system, huge systems. This is a concept called a smart electronic controller. Electronic controller, any third year engineering ENTC guy, electronics ENTC or telecom engineer in third year, he learns the electronic controller, that circuit and all that. So what is this smart electric controller? Now, when one wants to reduce the power consumption, basic thing one has to understand, air conditioning plant, maybe of 1,000 tons or so, never works over the entire year, all the days, day and night, every hour with the 100% load. Here basics to be understood is most of the time the air conditioning plant works on a partial load conditions. That load may vary between 25% to 75%. That is the variation. The results are the heat load what we talk. In the morning, 9 o'clock when office starts, it is very low. In the afternoon, 12 o'clock, it is middle way. In the peak, in the between 3 to 4, when solar load is on peak. and evening also it is on a higher side. That is the daytime. Then, as per our building located whether it is north hemisphere or south hemisphere, the things will change. Then, as per season, month, whether it is a summer, winter, or rainy season, outside condition will change. So, summer load changes as we learned in the heat load calculations. Then, as per occupancy, in the morning people are coming. Suppose timing is 9 to 10 people joining. So all 10,000 people in our building company will not join at one single moment. They will come over a time. So load will go. Similarly, while going, then during the occupancy, we have designed many halls, many rooms, many conference room, maybe base dining areas and other areas, meeting areas. All people will not be steady entire 8 to 10 office hours in one place. They are moving also. So this is a fluctuating load. Third is all people, all 100% attendance is not always there. Normally 15 to 20% people are on leave, they are not coming, or many things too. Then leave is there. Such a variations, load is changing. And for such things, we have to see how we can reduce the electricity. So focus is on how my computer, this compressor, along with the assisted electronic devices and software computer devices, control the best way possible. Once I understand requirement of the AC loads, I can devise for the various load, maybe floor wise. Consider here given is about 7-story building further given, and typical load is given, and it is done through the various basic principles of air conditioning you have learned in a first or second chapter. We are once heat load is ready, we do the zoning, we do the partializing of the load, shifting and arrangements are done to take the combinations of the circuits. That way, heat load and basic things are adjusted. Here I am showing you a typical building about the 7 floors, and here
Something went wrong. Try again in a few seconds.
excuse me, it was Alexa speaking in between. So if you see as per the heat load, each floor the load is around 100 tons, and we have provided about 16.5 tons of water cooled package air conditioners. So on the right side you can see the each floor two vertical cupboards like a thing. You can see the two boxes. These are our cupboards like Godrej cupboards. The symbolic box is shown, but the size may be of a Godrej almari or a cupboard. That is 16.5 tons of a air conditioner, package air conditioner, water cooled. Because water cooled is a most efficient than air cooled. Of course, this is possible when water is available, and this project is in Pune and this thing was available. And this each package unit runs with the 3 number of hermetically sealed immersion coupling compressor of 5.5 tons each. So we are dividing such a load that our load only one compressor runs, it can go to the lowest figure of 5.5 tons. So all the 7 floors you can see, every floor on the right side we have got 2 numbers of each package units, and on the left side there are 4 number of package units of 16.5 tons up to first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth floor. On 7th floor you can see one of the package units given provided extra. So 5 package units are there. This is to accommodate the heat load of the terrace, because our terrace is normally directly exposed to the sun, and though we reduce the heat coming in by the underdeck insulation, still there is a bit more some load. So this is the arrangement. Now one can understand, if I take the first floor, on the right side there are 16.5 tons, 2 units, that is 33 tons load on the right side of the first floor, and whereas left side there is a 66 tons, 16.5 tons into 4. So 66 tons. So left is a 66 tons, right is a 33 tons, total is a 99 tons. That way it is a 100 tons we are providing each load. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, that way each floor are 99 tons, so almost 494 tons, around 600 tons. Seventh floor is a bit different because it is 16.5 tons. One more package unit is added. So it gives me 115.5 tons or 116 tons. So this is a directly typical case study, physically working in Pune for more than a decade, giving you the best energy efficiency potential, and really given in practice is shown to you as a project, as a case study, because this has to be learned by the case studies, many things. So all the data is given on the other side. So total I will write I can do here system architecture. I will write for the, this is the building management system, but it is a very simpler way we have done. As you see, there are now total 43 package air conditioning units here. You have seen first floor, right side is a 2 machines, left side is a 4 machines, total 6 machines, 4 floor. Similar pattern for all the first 6 floor, first to 6th floor, 36 machines, and 7th floor is a 7 machines, so 43 machines. So all these, there are wing controllers, pump group controllers, cooling tower fan controller, and system controllers. So if you see the controllers, there are for 43 package units, air conditioners, there are 43 units, controllers, 14 wing controllers, because each floor two controllers, left and right. For 7th floor 14, there are 2 group of pumps, 2 controllers there, cooling tower fan, there are 2, and system control is 1, that is master controller. See, this is the system architecture now. You can see at the ground floor there is one master controller, there is ground floor. From 1st to 6th, total 43 number of 16.5 tons package units. 1st to 6th floor, 6 package units per floor. It divides into left and right side, 4 package units left side, 2 package units right wing. 7th floor it is 5 and 2. Small control is underground. 2 number of cooling towers per wing, left and right. And pump arrangement is left side there are 4 pumps, and right side there are 3 pumps. This is the arrangement or layout of the system, layout of the pumps and equipment like package units and cooling tower. Now the basic concept we are using about the smart electronic controller, or it is ACC for entire building, single, which is underground is shown, placed in the underground control room. ACC control 43 numbers of, that is 43 into 3, 129 hermetic compressor, because each package unit has 3 hermetic compressors of 5.5 tons each. Now this smart electronic control receives signal from package room controllers wing controller, cooling tower fan controllers, and package room and integrators. Now, we have seen in the first floor, there on the right side there are two package air conditioners, and left side there are four. So this is typical room shown is a package room controller. Now each package consists of three compressors. So for this particular room having two package air conditioners, there will be six compressors. There are temperature sensors in the room, send signal to the on-off of the PAC. Wiring controller gets signal from the room thermostat. Package air conditioner controller gets signal from the wing controller for on-off switch. Next. For cooling tower on the terrace, the temperature transmitter mounted on the header line, that is piping line, of the cooling tower gives a signal of a temperature to the cooling tower fan controller to switch on or off the fan. Next, pump controller. There are two series of the pumps. One wing is a right wing has three pumps together, two working, one standby, and this feeds condenser cooling water to the one cooling tower on the right. Next, the left side. This is about what is the arrangement at the first floor and ground floor. Ground floor is the main controller, electronic controller ACC, and we can see two package units in the right side, left side 4 units, and various controls arrangement is shown. Next, this is on the 7th floor and terrace. We can see the arrangements for the control for package units, pumps and cooling tower together. Next, operation details. Building management system, BMS system connects controller to the respective equipments. Handshake with all controllers for checking the connectivity, synchronization between AC machines and controllers, input from PT100 sensors. This is a typical unit we use normally in air conditioners. Take signal from AC machines. Main butterfly ball of piping of the controller controlled by the wing controller. Enter that room switched off by the pump controller after receiving the signal from the wing controller. Next one. Operation details. Pump group controller switches off the pump out of running pump when 3 plant rooms are running or turned off. Process repeats if the floors are turned off further. If AC machines are switched on, wing controller shall open butterfly valve and switches on the pump. Cooling tower fan controller shall work independently in the switching on and off of the cooling tower based on the temperature input received by the temperature transmitter mounted on the header. So these are further operation details. Pump group controller switches off the pump out of the running pumps when 3 plant rooms are turned off. Process repeats if the further floors are turned off. If AC machines are switched on, wing controller shall open the butterfly valve. Cooling tower fan controller shall work independently in switching on off of the cooling tower based on the temperature inputs received by the transmitter. So this is a typical case study I have shown. Typical, we started this one. So I basically purposely discussed all this with a case study. One has to see the use of electronics is a major component in the energy saving in all the upcoming fields like air conditioning, maybe automobile, and we have the mechanical. We are basically mechanical or electric engineers. We must be conversant with the all electronics, the sensors, the transmitters, these technologies, and usage of that. So this is a typical use and case studies available. If anybody is interested, we can visit possibly with the pre-planned things with the owner's permission to the site. So open will be forum. Now there are many other uh, trends or recent trends in air conditioning. This was a typical case study. I'll give brief in another 5 minutes. In each and every material or component, there are a lot of many energy saving possibilities. Compressor, if we take any kind of compressor, the effort is on increasing its efficiency and decreasing inefficiencies are built on. So previously, 150 years back or in the beginning, there was only reciprocating compressor, and slowly we are improving to the reciprocating or hermetic compressor where losses are to the minimal or nil. Centrifugal compressor or screw compressor give the best possible energy efficient modes. As I told, in condenser and evaporator being heat exchangers, best kind of materials, possibly the best kind of finning for basically freon plants or other refrigeration like our freon plants. Copper fins are used with the aluminum as the fins. Finning modes, finning heights, their sizes do matter geographically. And for ammonia or other refrigerants, basically copper will not do as piping or things because ammonia is the copper. So there strictly we use a steel pipes welded, or we can with the joints we can seal them. But one has to keep in mind when piping is there for refrigeration uses, heavy pressure do is up to 10 to 16, much more than above this atmosphere. So we have to keep pressures under this one. That's why pumps, compressors, things are required. On cooling side, we require water, so steel pipes will do all that. Then this all thing, everything being below atmospheric temperature, insulation has got lot of temperature importance. Insulation has needs a covering also. It is called cladding, or how to cover that wrapping. That is also important. No leakage in that. Insulation should not become. It should remain dry only to keep the efficiency, and it should not be wet any time. If insulation becomes wet or humid, it will lose insulating property. So directly it will come in this one. We have to see. And more important is it is found that regular maintenance of the maybe annual maintenance, quarterly maintenance, regular checks is important to reduce the energy usage or misuse of the power by the driving equipment like compressor, fans, pumps. It is required, or leakage. Maintenance is important. Expert manpower for maintaining or running the plants is important. For centrifugal or screw, you require trained personnel supervisors. So these plants are to be maintained like that. And lot of many things can be done. Actually, Patil sir, if we can have 2 days session on many trends, recent trends of the air conditioning, time will hardly be proper. It can give justice. We can give 2 days sessions for the recent trends in air conditioning. I think this is the brief of the recent trend of air conditioning with the case study in air conditioning with my live project, which I executed. And this is a ASHRAE award winning project. It is capacity plus 700 tons. working in Pune. Two buildings are there. One is completed 12 years back, one is completed 10 years back, and it is best efficient building in Pune till today. And with the cheapest kind of controls used, it is not huge or multi-crore facility. It is very cheap. It can be done with the local manufacturers of electronic guys who are providing circuits and all that. Finally, if you see the system, these are a simple, basically small compressors sealed. If the compressor goes, just you have to give the factory. They will replace, or as per the your conditions, guarantee condition is free. If guarantee is not there, you have to purchase it again. It is replaced. No site fabrication is required or to be done. So such a kind of plant takes minimum maintenance time. Any Tom, Dick, Harry kind of a operator, AC operator can work that. Like in our childhood, we have seen the Bajaj scooters where having any roadside mechanic can be do. Or now Maruti, Suzuki vehicles, that doesn't require any big AC garage or shop like Honda, Hyundai, Toyota and all that. So this is simple maintainable things. Any electrical supervisor or mechanical supervisor can attend this one. This doesn't require any high skill. So this becomes a optimal, economical and cheaper kind of a version if we think on. This is all about the first study. Now for we students, I will show you the what should be the big trends we should follow in a air conditioning as a career and further takeaway. So recent trends in air conditioning, if we take the each equipment, if I take a compressor basically, so trend is on improving the output or efficiency of the compressor. In that I do require basically how my compressor efficiency can increase. This can be done with the operating conditions. Basically, compressor works on a pressure, temperature, flow system management and energy as an input. So I have to see that in this process, there is a suction temperature and discharge temperature for the compressor. If I raise the suction temperature, if I raise the discharge temperature, then that a kind of a parameter, if we draw on a pressure enthalpy chart, this system will draw more power. Whereas in pressure enthalpy chart again, if one is can make his suction temperature and discharge temperature reduced by 1 degree, each degree, the efficiency of the system will increase by 2%. This is assured because power consumption is reduced accordingly. Now if I come to then there are inlet ports of the compressor where refrigerant comes in and refrigerant goes out. If these are very leak proof or soldered, like enclosed compressors, closed compressors, tightly, rigidly welded compressors, then there is no chance of leakage. But when joints are there, there is leakage. How the ports are there? Then next is the insulation of the compressor and piping system. All this matters a lot. So one must use the insulation with the at least thermal conductivity. Then it has to be covered all the time so that the humidity or water doesn't impinge in a insulation material. Otherwise, insulation material will lose the insulation properties. Further, it has to be wrapped. Many times when it is moving on the open or terrace, uh, mm, considering the rainy season or the entire year, one has to cover with the wrappings like aluminum foil or metallic cover also, so that water doesn't impinge in. Or further, we have to one has to cover with the metallic boxes. This all these things and as per your budget can be done. This is about insulation. Is next one is a next equipment is a condenser. How we can increase the efficiency of the condenser, or how we can reduce the basically heat loss or improve the efficiency. These are this one. As I said, the piping material earlier for freon refrigerant copper was there. Now with more efficiency and other materials or hybrid materials like cupronickel that has been added, this gives a more heat transfer coefficient. Further, many times finning is important. So copper pipes, aluminum fins. Then how we put the geometrically sizing and curvature, or what is their orientation of the fins, very important. Straight fins, spiral fins, size, what is the gap between the fins, all these things matter in the heat transfer aspects. So now many companies have developed their own tool, this pinning machines, and they have got their own standards. That way, the heat exchangers, mainly condenser, are the best efficient by using finning, and condenser will have outside finning. Whereas the other heat exchanger is the evaporator, where it absorbs the heat. Now finning inside is a popular there, so more heat exchange possible. Further, what about thermostatic expansion device? Earlier it was a thermostatic expansion device, mechanical devices there. Now electronic thermostatic expansion device are popular. This is about the equipment wise. Piping, as I said, informed or told, for copper pipes are popular in freon plants, and steel pipes, maybe cast iron or MS or even steel pipes, stainless steel pipes are popular. But all the function applications. Even processing or welding is costly for steel. Stainless steel is a costly affair, whereas mild steel, very graded, we can have a welding, and for cast iron we require fittings, basically the best threaded out that way, and leakage one has to dry. So these are the basic system things. Then accessories also has to be efficient. That way we can make individually component wise refrigerant plant more and more energy efficient, and it will be less losing the heat. Now equipment selection makes a lot of difference. What kind of application is there? How the basic compressor now we have selected, how it can consume less power. Equipment basically other also we have selected. Now for which application, which compressor or which equipments are the better, this is again designer's choice. For this one must know what is the capacity or heat load of the plant. Depending on the capacity of the plant, application may change. One has to keep in mind. In air conditioning, there are various applications, like normally we think of a comfort zone, which is 19 degrees to 26 degrees tribal temperature is a comfort zone, and humidity as everybody knows now, being composed on 30% to 70%. And all the fans and equal things are has to be, we call it a ASHRAE standard. Worldwide ASHRAE standard is used for the flows, standards, many ratings. On that, our ISI, the Indian standard conditions, are also formalized many times. So standards has got a lot of importance in our air conditioning cooling line, and worldwide, and many systems are there depending on that. So this is brief about the trends, and any specific application is there, we can discuss a lot of many things, case based things. Now I can show you many other things where applications are derived. So we can discuss two plants key where other things can be. Yes, this is smart electronic controller. That way, many experiments we can do and devise the recent trends we can implement. We discussed about the equipment like compressor, condenser, expansion device, and evaporator. But one has to see the what is the flowing in the refrigerator or air conditioner is a refrigerant. So lot of research and upliftments is going on the refrigerants. After Montreal Protocol and ozone depletion, lot of ban and restrictions have come on the freon refrigerants like R11, R10, R22, and new refrigerants are being generated like R134, R123, R744, and a lot of scope for research for their properties and interactive and efficiency based things. So refrigerant is a major source for opportunities in the recent trends. So like this ammonia, the natural refrigerants have coming up. Similarly, carbon dioxide or subcritical carbon dioxide has got its own importance in that. Carbon dioxide using as a refrigerant is a popular in some one or two locations in Germany. Carbon dioxide is being used as a refrigerant in air conditioning plants. Equally, ammonia is also a couple of plants. Germany has used ammonia as a refrigerant. We have to keep these things because these are that way causing less damage to the our drive of the Montreal Protocol, ozone depletion, GDP index, and all that. Important things are there. So when we are talking about the condensers or evaporators on the equipment size, there are many air-cooled condensers. Have you heard about the air-cooled condensers? Condensers, we know it can be cooled by water, it can be cooled by air, with the forced and natural. Fouling is important. Even these condensers are outside, fouling, corrosion, and scaling, and prediction of the maintenance. These are important. Such tools can be developed with the University of Dhaka. This is also recent trend. One more thing, we only talk about the direct refrigeration, DX system, or it can be combined system with the chill water and all that. Equally, evaporative cooling means we don't use a compressor in such a system. We use the difference of humidity in a what is the outside temperature, outside dry bulb temperature, and inside to be kept. So that difference of a dry bulb and wet bulb, that difference gives us a cooling if we use that one. Suppose at present dry bulb is a 35 degrees and wet bulb can be 28 degrees centigrade. And if we use this thing this kind of a dry bulb, wet bulb temperature, maybe 7 degrees centigrade, I can use as a driver as a refrigeration or air conditioning. How this can be done? This can be done by using water in such a system. If one has to see in the north side, Delhi side or Nagpur side, there are desert coolers, or room coolers. Here, no refrigeration, no compressor, no refrigeration cycle, no vapor compression cycle, but there is a fan and there is a kind of a water sprinkling in that. If one drives the water flow and fan flow in the crossway, the cooling is being generated. This is called evaporative cooling because the particles of the water molecules, the things, once air is flown, the air temperature difference, what wet bulb and dry bulb, that heat or hotness of the air is taken by the water molecules. Water molecules get hot, they evaporate and get above, and by that cooling, the room can be cooled. Now, many efforts are being done, and many dry areas, evaporative cooling is being efficient. Here, the price is less than the regular vapor compression system, and popularity in industrial areas is this one, and residential areas we see basically many students, many applications or houses also we are using evaporative cooling. Now, next thing is a use of renewable energies. These are going on. So directly impact on our electricity is this one. Solar can be used with radiation and uniform by using hotness, that heat. If we can generate heat with the solar radiation directly, we can use the hot water, and in absorption refrigeration we can use the solar or renewable. That is possible. Next one, scroll compressor. On scroll compressor, we can use the expander conversion, heat recovery, wastewater heat recovery. Many industries have got a boilers and they waste heat. Now, like a vapor absorption cycle, there is a vapor adsorption cycles. Many of the sorbent materials which directly absorb the humidity, such things are available where we can use the adsorption cycles. In IIT Mumbai, IIT Bombay, Professor Dr. Milind Rane is using such techniques. Then there are many multiple stage refrigerant systems, cascade refrigerant system they call, at different temperatures. The refrigerant either it is a superheating or basically discharge those temperatures using, we can use a cascade temperature. Then such a many applications can be there. Then can we use the thermal storage systems? Thermal storage heat, now cooling we generate. And can this be used in many places? There is a tariff, electricity tariff concessional in the night, many states or many nations. That time we generate a cooling, we keep stored somewhere and use next day when tariffs are high. Such techniques are being used. Then this technology based things are coming, like IoT, Internet of Things are coming. Then artificial intelligence or many new machine learning, how this can be used. One of the experiment was done in geothermal air conditioning. We use the heat of the underground. This is popular in Gulf, basically what you can see as a Gujarat and Kutch area. So I tried to cover up the various trends and thinking in air conditioning, refrigeration, mainly on air conditioning side, challenges and limitations coming up in the next 2-3 decades, which is your career line. I think, sir, I have covered major of my things today. And if it is time, good for interaction, let the forum be open for discussions.